Thank you, everybody. Welcome, one and all to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert, and here's something you rarely hear. There's good news out of Russia. Because this morning, wrongfully detained WNBA star Brittany Griner was released from Russian detention. Boom! Wow! Putin tried to take Griner to the rack and is rejected. Now Brittany is coming home, but she has to dribble the entire time, or it is traveling. It's a big win. Big win for freedom. Big win for Joe Biden, whose administration brokered the release. The president announced the news with this tweet. Moments ago, I spoke to Brittany Griner. She is safe. She is on a plane. She is on her way home. That is simple. Simply stated. Christmas miracle. That is just beautiful. I'm sure she got on the plane and they said, Brittany, you can finally rest easy after you take this 20-minute phone call about the rise and fall of Scranton's historic taffy factories. Griner was detained back, when was this? February? She was back in February, she was detained and sentenced to 9 years in prison after airport security found vape cartridges with 0.7 grams of cannabis oil in her luggage. They gave her hard time for 0.7 of 1 gram. That's the amount of weed Willie Nelson scrapes out of his belly button. He just secretes it. It's like a tap. Just, there you go, thanks. Hold on, hold still, Willie. But now Griner's heading home after the White House agreed to a 1-for-1 prisoner swap for Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout, whose nickname is the Merchant of Death. So to get a sports star who had less than 1 gram of weed, we handed over the Merchant of Death. This is how it always goes with Russian prisoner swaps. Okay, we give you back tourists who took unflattering photo of Red Square. You release Gargog the Flesh Mangler, devourer of souls. Prisoner exchange went down in Abu Dhabi, and Griner is expected to be back on U.S. soil within 24 hours. Welcome home, Brittany. A lot has changed. Don't Google Kanye Hitler. Just trust me. It's not worth it. I'll call you later. Speaking of which, it has been a rough month for the former president, and things got worser today when we learned that the former president's team found 2 more documents with classified markings. Is there any place this guy doesn't have classified documents? For him, it's like glitter. They just get everywhere. A month later, you're like, why am I still finding nuclear secrets in my butt crack? This time, the documents were not in Mar-a-Lago or any of his other properties. Instead, they were found in a Florida storage unit. How fitting. The other guys have presidential libraries. He has a presidential Cube Smart. The Cube Smart. That's a funny word. Cube Smart. Bouillon Cube. The former president's team is already making excuses for him. One source says he has never been inside the storage facility. Classic legal argument. Same reason you can't convict someone of mail fraud unless you catch them inside a mailbox. This is just the latest in a series of bad headlines, what with him calling for the termination of the Constitution and sharing nachos with Nazis. Now, you think he'd learn from that last one, but you're forgetting he is incapable of learning. So it's not surprising that on Tuesday, he was photographed with a QAnon Pizzagate conspiracy theorist at Mar-a-Lago. He'll hang out with anybody. His next Mar-a-Lago photo op is with the Merchant of Death. Next, it's Gargog the Flesh Mangler. The conspiracy theorist was there to promote a movie full of QAnon lies, and she brags that the movie is banned by YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and PayPal. First of all, you can watch movies on PayPal? Second, if you can't watch on PayPal, what's left? Do I have to stream it on Grubhub? DoorDash? These scandals have taken a toll on the former president's popularity among his fellow Republicans. It's gone from MAGA to MAGA. And now, some Republicans are gearing up to challenge him. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton, remember that guy? That guy says that if GOP candidates won't denounce the ex-president, I'm going to seriously consider getting in. It makes sense. Bolton already looks like a president from 1886. That's right. That's right. If elected, all voters will receive a bolt of calico, a late model butter churn, and a kick from a handsome horse. There's a big story. In character, not in character. Do very deep work. There's a big story out of Peru because yesterday, Peru's president was impeached and arrested after he tried to dissolve Congress. So, you can take immediate action against a president who attacks Congress? I thought you had to dither about it for 2 years until he has dinner with Nazis and then still not do anything. The presidential dither. Bouillon cube. Boo. Presidential corruption has been an ongoing problem down in Peru. In fact, they've now had 5 presidents in a little more than 2 years. They've had more presidents than we've had Spider-Men. With great power comes great corruption. The president who got ousted this week was leftist politician Pedro Castillo, seen here demanding to know who stole his giant notepad. Castillo has a bit of a rocky reputation. Since taking office about a year ago, he's been hounded by corruption charges. And yesterday, to stop a planned investigation of his administration, he announced the immediate dissolution of Congress and said he would rule by decree because Congress was overstepping its power. Of course, because it was a Peruvian coup, he immediately got the support of the My Alpaca guy. Oh, that'd be comfy. I'd sleep on an alpaca. After being detained, Castillo was photographed in custody at a police station or perhaps the waiting room of a chiropractor who believes in the power of angels. Here's a fun fact. After Peru's Congress impeached him, Castillo made a run for it. But he was caught because bad traffic appeared to prevent him from escaping. That's a traffic report I'd love to hear. Well, Johnny, it's bumper to bumper out here due to a wannabe dictator jackknifed on the expressway. So if you're heading to Machu Picchu, you should have left in the year 1450. Now there's... There's some other big news, and it's calling from inside the news because starting at midnight last night, New York Times journalists and other staffers went on strike, which explains today's front page. How do you work printer? Janet usually does this. Where, Janet? The Janet. Janet. Damn it. Damn it, Janet. New York Times union has been negotiating for better pay and benefits since last year because staff compensation hasn't kept up with the paper's profits. In fact, some staffers had to take second jobs to make ends meet, which is why the new Times Square bubblegum shrimp mascot is Paul Krugman. I know it's sad. It's sad. The union has asked readers not to cross the digital picket line by avoiding the Times website, not using their cooking recipes, and breaking their Wordle streak. No! With 4 O's. That's a tough one to give up. Without the Wordle, what stupid achievement will we lord over our spouses? Still, in solidarity with the New York Times Union, we here at The Late Show are happy to fill the void for all you Wordle nerdles by launching the one-time only Colbertle. Here's how she works. I'm thinking of a 5-letter word. You guess one. Let's try a round right now. Everyone in the audience, shout out a 5-letter word. One of you was correct. If you're playing at home, tweet your guess with the hashtag Colbertle. Tomorrow, we'll post the answer. New York Times, once you reach an agreement with your union, I will sell you Colbertle for $1 billion. We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Alicia Keys and Eddie Izzard. And when we come back,